to lead a team.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Walker. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Following the interception here, Mariota rolling to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Mariota now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons and Panthers, of course, division rivals. It wasn't a great year for either offense last year, that's for sure. Look at the final numbers. The Falcons, they were 29th. And the ball is knocked out. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, Look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Walker. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. And they'll begin by running the option. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there hustling in quickly to make the play.
And these are the kind of plays that defenders dream about, a chance to get a big running start and go after the quarterback. He was not at all put off by the option. I think he committed to the quarterback right from the outset, and he was able to get in there and put the hit on him.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a great priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Mariota. Open man there is Patterson, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Straight ahead, Patterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Walker now to throw on 1st down. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Walker. And his throw is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Mariota. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Able to slither by. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw is Walker. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a first down.
From the 36, Walker. And oh, it caught up, and the Falcons grab it. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Here's Patterson again.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards and a first down for the line.
I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
A right side run with Patterson.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, Mariota.
And complete to Drake London.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and trying to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, Mariota. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And here's Bradley Pinion now.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
A first down throw for Walker.
His throw incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Here we go.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Walker, and that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Walker hit and the ball is out.
But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30. Past midfield, look out. 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to score. Touchdown. No time remaining, and this is going to count.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime reports. First, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Running the counter, Patterson.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Once more, they turn to Patterson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On play action, Mariota. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, here's Patterson. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. He threw the interception on the previous drive, but that only led to 3 points. Defense held him to a field goal. They're still working with a lead here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Walker.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Walker now.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down at the 33. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the right hash, this from 48. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target. Incomplete.
His impatience has to be involved. They're trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 2nd down throw for Walker.
Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Walker. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They go play action. Mariota out to his left.
Right back to Pitts again.
And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up third down.
Now Walker.
And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. Patterson running between the tackles. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
That's returnable now for Smith.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Panthers coming out now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Walker.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Walker. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Spins past him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'll give it to Patterson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, going back to Patterson.
And he's got some space here.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First and 10, it's Patterson. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible.
Oh, no, he lost the football. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson punching it in from a yard away.
And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So now the Panthers down by 8. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left.
That's into the hands of Marshall.
The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
It's Eric Harris who picks it.
And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.